Okay, the Purim interview.
All right. Shalom, the Binas. We're here to the annual Purim video. So this year, Rav Beda has compiled some questions for me to put to you. Unlike the other years when Rav Beda compiled questions for me to put to you. So we're going to ask. It's free answer. Anyone who wants to answer answers. Okay. So Rav Bina, Rabbanit, you're different people, as you already know. Who has the better taste in music?
Better taste in what?
Music.
Music. For sure not me.
I don't know. I'm not so musical myself. We're not really such musical people.
Yeah,
I think my husband carries the tune better than I do.
Doesn't mean too much. Every time in vacation we try to sing Aryeh stuff. We never succeed.
What happens when you think Kayachsaf?
We get stuck in the
Stuck in the
middle.
middle and then move on.
We
Move
get
along.
stuck. Every time.
I remember Rabbanit saying that Simon and Garfunkel were good musicians. They were a good band. So is that better taste than the Rabbanit, or?
No, she like also Simon, I think.
What do you mean she like? I told you about them. What do you mean she like? How did you hear about Simon and Garfunkel?
I don't remember.
In Panovich or in Hebron? What? Where'd you hear?
Soloveitchik.
No, I when we got engaged, I asked you to listen to the music I like.
I don't remember.
Well, that's the truth. You
I'm
think?
not saying it's not the truth. I don't remember.
Okay. Anyway, yes,
Okay,
I introduced him to Simon and Garfunkel. He had no idea who they were. Yeah.
Who has a better memory?
My wife by far.
Who has a better taste in food?
Each one thinks their taste is best.
I say, Rabbanit, you think your taste is better than Rabbanit's taste in food?
Well, for me, I like the milchik better. I like lighter foods.
Controversial.
But
She like fish.
That's.
She tried to force me doing Corona tuna fish every day.
You don't like fish, Rabbanit?
Huh?
You don't like fish?
I don't like when I get forced.
The taste in food is not as important as being forced. So,
I hold as a milchik meal is baltashkes.
that's what I was going to ask.
But
Rabbanit's.
this is part of Ava v'achva shalom reus. Without to go to the droshes. Reus means say Rabbeinu Yoine. Without to go to the old droshe. To give in your principle for your wife. As I give in my principle of meat, sometime for fish.
sometimes, maybe once a year.
Not once a year.
Yeah, in Corona, when we didn't have help in the house, and I had to make food, and I love tuna, it was very easy to make tuna. And all of a sudden, my
You
husband
forced me.
decides he doesn't like tuna. I don't understand.
What about other fish that's not tuna? Moroccan fish and
Moroccan
salmon.
fish I like. When it's
Salmon.
cooked the way Esther cook, or Sigi, Rami's wife, is very good. Moroccan fish.
That's not
She-
baltashres.
Compared to meat, it's baltashkes.
Okay. Meaning if it's the first course of a meat meal, then it's not baltashres. Okay. When you celebrate an occasion and maybe you go to a restaurant, who picks the restaurant?
Well, it's usually according to your taste, Darren. We don't go out that often for milchik, and I adjust myself, and I do have fleishik from time to time, but it's usually what the restaurant you would like.
What would you order, Everton? They go to a fleishik restaurant. You really want a
No,
milk
so look,
thing.
I do have meat. It's not that I'm.
What's your dish of choice in a meaty restaurant?
Well, it depends. It depends,
By Malki, the main thing is to be able to drink coffee after. Coffee is equal to Avodas Hashem.
So
As if she cannot have coffee after,
with milk in it.
is fleishik, destroy the day.
No, but sometimes I'll have cola
As if
zero.
it's late at night,
So I'll have cola
as she
zero.
eat meat.
So for Rabina, milchik.
During the day, she will never eat fleishik.
So for Rabina, milchik is bittul Torah, and for
I'm not so big tzaddik, it's baltashkes.
sorry, for Rabina, milchik is baltashres, and for the Rebbetzin, fleishik is bittul Torah. So okay. Who knows better which food the other one doesn't like?
I don't. I know my husband doesn't like tuna fish.
Not anymore. That got ruined in Corona.
That's quite obvious. You know, I think I have less things that I don't like. I think
what?
there are less things that I don't like.
What does the Rebbitzin not like, Rabina? What doesn't she like to eat?
What she doesn't like?
Yeah.
If she cannot drink coffee after. Coffee is the Yosod Avoida, Yosod V'Shorosh Avoida.
How many coffees do you drink in a day?
Well, I don't finish them all. I have about 6 or 7, but I like quite a few of them are half cups, so it's not so much.
Malki nature is different from all the people. All of you would drink coffee. I don't drink coffee because it makes me to run a lot. Before Yom Kippur, you stop coffee a few days before. She drink more coffee before Yom Kippur because she's able, I don't know how, to control the coffee. She used to drink 2 o'clock in the morning when he finished learning, coffee with caffeine. Now she got, following me a little older, and she's drink coffee 2 o'clock in the morning with decaf in it. But she must drink the coffee 2 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock, I go to bed earlier now.
Officially.
When you say you drink half cups, are they half a normal cup or half Bina cups?
Well, here, look, see, there's some left,
Okay, but what's going to happen to that half?
It usually gets thrown out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maseches Megillah. Who knows Maseches Megillah better?
My husband.
She has better memory for me. I don't have a good. My father was a genius in memory. Genius in memory.
Yeah, but
my brother all of a sudden was genius in memory, not me.
No, you
But
you
I will
learned
say,
it.
what Reb Nochem Potzovich told me once, I complained to him why I don't have memory of my father. He said to me, I also don't have a good memory. If he's said the truth or humble, I don't know. But like the Gemara said, the memory is Maton Mashavai. Malki got it from her father, all of a shalom. And I passed the generation, sometimes diabetic. Skip a year.
No, but you learned Masechet Megillah already.
Yeah, but I don't have a good memory.
Is that a bit? But you know it better than
No,
I do. I learned it once or twice. I have to review.
I don't have
Yeah.
a good memory.
Okay.
All right. Israeli politics. Who knows Israeli politics
Oh,
better?
my husband. Oh, yeah. I don't really know
Is it
it.
interesting for you, Israeli politics? Or not really?
I don't understand it well enough.
Even now? Even though you live with Rabina and Rabina...
More. I try to, but I'm not. I don't get all the nuances. I try to. No, I try to know what's happening.
I don't get too personal, but it didn't happen that Rabina came back and said, I can't believe it, they're doing this, that, and the other, and you're like, what does that mean? Who's doing what?
I do. No, he explains sometimes. He explains it. And I read columns. I read Hebrew. I read the Iton Yediot. I read Yediot. Makori Shon, especially. I read, and the Jerusalem Post. No, I read. I keep abreast, but I don't always understand.
I grew up. I never read books. Never. All the fake books, Hebrew, English, wasting time. Bittul Torah. All the big romance what my wife loved to read. I hate it. I cannot see it. What you read? Somebody dream at night. A dream you have to read is stupidity. I used to be a paper Ma'ariv. Ma'ariv used to be, Yediot was not popular at all. Ma'ariv used to be #1 popular, and used to be the chief editor, a cousin of Shlomo Karlbach, Olav Shalom. Dr. Azriel Karlbach, super genius, and the way he analyzed the politics is not today paper. Him and another few writers used to be Rosenfeld, a few other ones I don't remember. This used to be my Torah. My mother used to keep me, in Ponovich there's no paper, she used to keep me for 6 weeks all the papers, and I used to read them. But today, I read Idiot, I read only one guy, Amit Segal. All of them, excuse me on the word, sheker, sheker, sheker. I don't believe them nothing. Not the Haredi paper, I have Haredi paper. I'm a Vasser just to know who sits Shiva. But I don't believe one word with that.
So how does Rabina follow politics now? How do you know who to believe?
I don't believe only Amit Segal.
Okay.
I have a get everyday home paper, I read only if it's Parshan Tzvi, Yosef, Yoshua, Yoshua, I read. If the other ones, I just go the headline and I don't believe it. Today is a mitzvah in the media to hate Bibi. I know Bibi better from all of them. And I know his chasrenis without talking. I know him too well. I ate with him too many times by Rennet. I just tell one story for the media. We are eating lunch in the living room. I will never forget this. Shabbos. And Sarah Netanyahu, which is known to be a nice word, crazy, she said, start screaming on the waiter. And Inga Rennet said to her, after 2 minutes, 1 second, Sarah, this is my house. Shut up. And like everybody scared from Inga, she kept quiet. And I know many stories about Bibi. Again, if it's not, it's time to go home. Yes, time to go home. But you know, מי שיש לו מונה רוצה 200, say the מפורש, אם הוא לא רוצה, הוא צריך. He'll have to be. He behaved very well. I cannot take what I pray every day, ישמע קולנו, as God will help him not to make decision because politician in power. What is best for the soldier. The army became full of politics, like my son-in-law, the chief editor of Jerusalem Post, for many years, and a big mumche of tzava. He said, the minute you get aluf mishneh, you become a politician. You don't care about the army anymore. Politician. My covet, like Rabbanim. Very scary.
I've said to someone, without understanding or liking or not liking, how does he wake up in the morning and function?
Who? Bibi?
Bibi, how does he do it with everything that's going on?
Bibi is a genius. IQ is over 1600, no question. I said to him hours by Rennet. Genius is a genius. He will get straight to Olam Haba because Gehenim is in his world from his wife and from the politician.
And the papers.
And the
And the
courts.
paper.
And the...
And the court. He goes straight to it.
court, right?
Crazy. All right. Grandchildren. Who knows the grandchildren better?
I would say my wife is much more biased for me.
I'm biased?
Yeah, but the grandchildren.
Okay, but I think I know what's going on in their lives.
I didn't
more
say
than
that, but
you
you're
do.
biased.
I'm biased, Beseder. Okay.
But me, it's not Kedushin family.
Okay.
If they're wrong, they're wrong.
We're not talking wrong or right. We're talking to know them, to be involved in what they're doing.
The man I know better on the face, because I read faces better from her. The woman for sure I don't know.
Yeah,
But I can tell my grandson, go to the army. But you wasted time in yeshiva. I spoke today, I tell you a story that this is important to know, because this is the main thing what people talk in yeshivas. I met today a Rav Amos' nephew, who learned many years by Haredim. It's Chaim, Basmeir.
which nephew?
He has a brother in a...
The Haredi brother?
Yeah, very Haredi, very smart. And he spent many years in the Haredi yeshivas. And he learned in yeshiva in Bnei Brak, I don't want to say the name, because I owe a course to the Rosh Yeshiva there. The old Rosh Yeshiva. And I asked him,
Which yeshiva could that be? Yeah.
and I asked him, how many guys not learning well?
You asked him today.
Today, he's now working security in the...
I left the yeshiva?
Yeah, he went to San Chanim.
Oh, I thought, okay. He
No,
went to...
now he working security in the Muslim quarter.
Uh-huh, okay.
As Rav Amos wanted to meet him.
Uh-huh, okay.
Very sweet guy. Extremely sweet guy. He has the Eitelkeit of Rav Amos. Very impressed. As I said to him, how many guys not learning in this yeshiva? He said, minimum 50% don't learn. That's why they don't go to the army. The people really learning well, and I don't buy these Haredi excuses. They're losing the yarmulke. They're not religious before.
No, so then if that's the problem, then the ones learning should go, because they hopefully won't lose the yarmulke.
Minimum, the guys were really learning 18 hours a day, 16 hours, let them to sit and learn.
But then they say
But-
that they can't
but
go because
over
they're learning. The
60%,
other ones can't go because they won't be
listen,
religious.
over
Then
60%
nobody could go. Is that normal?
Not learning. I've been in Koilel. 60% is a nice number, not learning in Koilel. Let's go to work. You can say you have 5 children, all of them be doctors.
I think if the women were learning in Kollel, the amount that they would learn would be higher. Okay, just want to put that on there for the
The number you're
record.
using was 16
You want me
hours,
to
right?
answer
13,
you?
16?
Yeah,
You let me to answer you?
Bakasha.
Because the women have Yetzirah to learn.
Okay, good. Doesn't matter. We're learning. It's Torah.
No, you're right.
Okay,
But they have
good.
Yetzirah.
Okay. It's that the Yitzhahara is better than the Yitzhahara you guys have to
For
drink
sure.
and do other parable
For sure.
things. I mean, I don't want if you will let me say that.
I'll let you say anything if you want or I don't want.
Okay. You can cut it, whatever. If it
Don't
isn't
cut it.
nice.
Don't cut any of it. Okay, now we touched on this before. Who has the better ideas for Purim costumes?
My wife, she's much more creative than me. I'm not creative.
No, but you have good ideas, and you say, "Let's do this and that," and then I
No,
added
no,
them.
she has
Maybe
good creative.
I
I
added.
still remember when Tzvi, our son, got dressed to Sakit Chalav.
Bag of milk.
Yeah, and I remember Abe Eisenstadt helped him.
Yeah, but that was his idea. I think was my idea.
Not my idea.
Nah, I don't remember either.
For sure not mine.
So we're here. The Binas are wearing these special T-shirts. They say on it. Maybe get credit stuff of that maybe. Because Commando Bina, and it's got the Binas currently involved in the army. And then if you look carefully, there's another Bina in the picture who was involved in the army in that uniform and now is involved in a different way, which is Rabina. How old was Rabina in that picture?
Huh?
How old is Rabina in this
Probably
picture?
about 27,
27, 26, 28, something between.
in the late 20s.
These are pictures from Kurs Rabbanim Tzvayim.
All right, so you got. If you want your own novelty T-shirt, you can email us privately, and for a price, we'll let you have it. Okay, who gives a longer Purim drasha?
I'm not good. You have to be creative. My wife is creative. Not creative.
Well, I'm so creative. Yeah.
I'm not creative.
But you talk, you say.
I
good.
talk,
You
but
talk Torah.
she is more. I have a downstairs in my bedroom. Shir. How do you say shir in English?
A poem.
A song? Oh, a poem. Poem, yeah.
Poem what
Shir.
my wife wrote to me many years ago. Hanging. I cannot do it. I want somebody to write for me for my wife. Because she complained I never write her any shir.
You
Yeah,
hired someone?
I can. We have a new thing for you, Rabina. In my share in the Hanukkah party. So each guy gets like a Gamad Vanak, right? Mystery Maccabee. Each one buys someone a present, and they have to figure out who bought it. So one boy in my share, a slightly quieter guy, he gets up and he reads a poem, an amazing poem. And I said, "Wow, who knew this guy was like a literary genius? It's a really
AI.
beautiful poem."
AI.
My wife says to me, "It's AI."
Yeah.
I said, "Wife, no, it's." I couldn't believe it. I said, "No, he's got a hidden talent." And so afterwards, I said, "You came up with that on your own?" He said, "No, AI." I said, "Wife, how did you know that if you use AI, you can tell?" I'm like,
Wait a minute. You paid somebody to write a poem for her.
Yes.
Did she know that it wasn't you?
Right away she realized it's stupid.
No,
But you didn't
I,
tell her.
no, I told him it was terrible. You should have at least hired someone who could write. A Haredi style that was like really very bad.
Yeah, the thought that counts.
Right? Yes. But
What is thought?
it was I asked him to do it,
Oh, okay.
so it wasn't even his thought.
So
No, no, you didn't ask him to hire somebody.
What?
You didn't ask him to hire someone else.
No. I said I have to give him credit for that. And also, he gets me everything, whatever I want. I have nothing to complain about.
apart from the poem.
Right. No, so someone asked me, is there something that your husband hasn't given you? I said he's never written a poem for me. So my husband felt very bad. I think I mentioned this with the guys who were in Teaneck for the Shalom Bayis. So he said, so he hired somebody.
Not now, this
He he asked someone to, well, whatever. It was nice, yes, that he made the effort, but it just didn't hit the spot.
You see, the only one who got it in Yerusha to write well is our daughter Chaya. She writes a lot of shirim for every birthday for the nephews. And Yaakov,
Nieces, yeah.
and Yaakov speak well.
I don't want to give eitzas to the Rosh Yeshiva, but next time you can ask Chaya. Okay. Who's better at remembering the names of students and alumni?
Well, first of all, better at remembering them and who they are is my husband.
Yeah, that I know.
obviously.
I know. I've
right.
seen crazy things. I've been
Yeah.
someone walks in, hasn't been in the yeshiva for 40 years. When he goes, you're, I'm like, how? Okay, that I know. But
Right. Sometimes names, details, I could remember a little more, but
Sometimes takes me a few minutes. to
yeah,
remember.
me too. We're getting older.
No, sometimes I think because I think I'm old, as I forgot, and after a few minutes I remember. My wife has a crazy sickness. If she wants to remember a name, to remind me sitting talking, and she doesn't remember, she can come with this an hour later. She doesn't stop thinking. Who is the guy that we mentioned him?
wow.
I'm not like this.
I tell you who was good at it? Dina. Dina was
Ronis.
unbelievable. We had a boy come from England. She goes, oh, this boy is a brother of this other guy. Now, this other guy, I think, was 36 years older than him. I said, Dina, it's not his brother, it's probably his father. She's like, I'm telling you, I think it's his brother. It was his brother. It was a very big age difference between them. And Dina, like, straight
From the
away,
same mother?
remembered 30-year age difference. And she was there. I'm like, how do you remember? She misremembered me every time I came to
36
Shiva.
is like, even if you're 18 and 36 is 54.
Maybe it was 35. Anyway, it was definitely a very big age difference.
Okay.
I remember every time I came back to Yeshiva, Dina always remembered who I was. Like, amazing. Like, anyway, right. I don't even know what this means.
So easy to forget.
What?
You're so easy to forget. You're just.
Thanks, Rabbanit. I love you, Rabbanit. Yes. Who gets stopped by more people on Purim for brachas and advice? Who
No,
gets
my
stopped?
husband. He's a bracha man. I can't give brachas like he does. He's a bracha man.
I'll ask it differently. When the guys come in on Purim, what do you do?
I don't open the door.
So,
The last few years I don't open the door. I cannot deal with drunk people.
right.
I don't understand why Yeshivat Netiv Aryeh let the boys to drink.
We should speak to somebody in charge of Netiv Aryeh to sort it
I
out.
tried, they don't listen to it. I really don't understand. I watched my father, Olav Hashem, 10 years with Alzheimer. What is the pleasure to get drunk? I don't understand. I never got drunk or tipsy in my life. I don't understand. I think so he's more sick from sick.
So what does Rabbanit make of it? How does Rabbanit deal with it?
I eat a little by Hanan in the Suda.
And that's okay?
For many years Malki used to make, but we closed the kitchen 20 years ago.
20, not 20, but
15, 20.
whatever.
Rosh Hashanah 20 years ago.
Rabbanit's not good at counting, so it could be that.
No, we closed the kitchen 20 years
No,
ago. Rosh
okay,
Hashanah.
whatever.
For Purim, 15 years ago. And we got to Hanan, I ate a little the meal, and I ran home, and I locked the doors.
But how does Rabbanit deal with it at Rav Hanan's house? What's that like? That's nice, or it's also difficult?
I enjoy it before people
Before it kicks in.
Yeah,
Okay, and then you just don't open the door.
yeah, I don't open the door. I cannot deal with it. It makes me to throw up on people.
Every once in a while, a few kind of
I try not to open the
a
door.
few break in or something, but
Break in. End of our Medifnei Aratzon. All right. Now the big question: who has a better sense of humor?
So we have different senses of humor. Like, I like satire, and my husband doesn't think that's funny. Like, we think different things are funny, I think, right, Aaron?
Like, for example,
What?
like, can you give an example, like something that you would see and say, "Oh, that is hysterical," and people be like, "Don't get it."
And it's hard to, it's hard to, satire is when it's a little bit of sarcasm, a biting kind of humor. Aaron doesn't like that. He likes a little bit more slapstick and kind of funny.
Rav Bina always talks about the fatso and the skinny, which I believe is Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
So that was like slapstick, like Charlie
Right,
Chaplin kind of stuff.
Right.
Is that
Charlie
right?
Chaplin. He grew up on Charlie
Rav Bina
Chaplin.
likes the Charlie Chaplin kind of
I
stuff.
grew up, Charlie Chaplin used to be the only movies in Gashash HaChiver, the Israeli group.
Okay.
But it used to be popular for over 40 years.
Okay. So
It used to be so popular, Tzvi Bina the Haredi, nu behart, older cassettes. Used to be 12 cassettes, Tzvi nu behart. All the 12 cassettes.
Right, but they're just like funny. It's not a dry British,
So
sarcastic
it's more
kind of
like akitzot, like that, like kind of like.
what that you might.
I'm saying that's what you like more, like
Right. Right.
the. Hmm.
A little different styles.
And what about comedy? Like to watch someone like stand-up comedy, you like that or not so much?
Sometimes it's good. We don't really have time for it so much. And my husband, I think, sees quite a bit of it at the yeshiva.
I've been to Rabbanit's office.
There you go, right there. Not bad.
No, he also another line, a famous line. I said, let's go to the zoo. He said, "Oh, I have a zoo in the yeshiva. I don't need any zoo." Like he's quite entertained. Where I go, Matan, it's a little bit more civilized. Whatever. so I could use some outside entertainment and humor. And my husband has his full share.
I told my guys I'm putter from doing Hask. I told my guys.
You're putter
From
from.
doing Hask.
Oh.
I've seen been in the office when a boy says something like, "I'm being serious," Rabbanit goes, now you really made me laugh. And then like that, legally. Okay. Now, Rabbina always says he's not good at counting. I've got a question of my own. The other day, I took my share to Rabbina's office. And Rabbina asked the guys a question and said, who here can say that they didn't miss a share all year? Now, there's about 17 guys that were in the room, and about 7 or 8 hands went up. Didn't miss a share all year. Rabbina said, a small number. I was like, what? And then we asked again, who could say they didn't miss a minyan? So I said, Rabbina always says, I'm not good at counting. So Rabbina says, I'm not good at counting. But I always thought, because Rabbina, like numbers, I don't know, 15 plus whatever it is. Rabbina says, that. But that was visual. Is Rabbina really not good at counting, or is that just something Rabbina says?
Wait a minute, but I don't understand
He
what
saw
you're
a group
talking
of people. About half the group of people said, we haven't missed a share all year.
And my husband
He
didn't
said,
think
and
that
Rabbina
was
said,
enough.
a small number. So
Didn't think it was enough.
I don't even think it was enough, because I think if it was 50%, like when Rabbina says 50%, Rabbina says, I don't know, I'm not good at counting. Is Rabbina good at counting? Because you have to count at home and stuff, all sorts of things you have to count.
I'm not good at counting.
As he
I
said
can't
again.
read the papers of the bank.
No one can.
Yeah, none of us can be there. That's not a right,
She knows how to read.
That's genius, but that's something else.
I don't know how to read papers of the bank.
No, but I think that what my husband said there was he wanted everyone to raise a hand.
Right.
When he was in yeshiva at that age, when he was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, he was really learning all the time, and he didn't miss the shiurim and
You
repeated
were.
it.
What percentage of the people there were?
No, of that
What
age,
do you mean?
yes.
When
My
you were in
husband's saying
Paravich, when you were 17, 18, 19, 20, of the people around you, how many of them were doing 12, 13 hours a day?
at that age, Bagilaim
In
Shivas,
Yeshiva. Yeah.
Most of the guy learn.
the younger,
Back then
he's
it was
saying.
it was a different series.
No, but he's saying also a different series, and also especially in Kolel.
Yeah.
In Kolel, once you're 27, 28, it's
I learned in Koilel,
the
but you
percentages
punch
go
a clock
down.
and you lose money.
Exponential. What's that called?
No excuses.
Exponential.
No excuses in
You go.
Rav Zolti Koilel.
No, the percentages go.
We used to have agreement as when the children sick, one day she stay home and one day I stay home. Not like most of the Koilel, all the time the husband stay home.
That's what you said why you switched to Rav Soloveitchik. Because you were by Rav Moshe's call.
Yeah,
The
this
people
what I
weren't as
switched.
serious.
Better not to talk.
Oops.
I want to make Chilul Hashem.
All right, I think we're
Just one thing.
yeah.
We all pray for the Chatufim. We all worry about the Chayalim. It's not an easy time, but life continue. I lost my mother in Purim, and like I said in the speech in Miron, as I heard from Rabbi Epstein, as he called Purim, Chag HaBilbul. It's very confusing the halacha. You go to my mother's funeral was 11 o'clock. Usually in the day of Oinen, you don't put tefillin, because it's Purim. You come home, you put tefillin, you daven, and you yotze Kriyas HaMegillah. And you change the shirt after the shura. And then it's part of the 7 days, but Suda you don't sit on the floor, and then you go on the floor. Very mebulbal. Like Aryeh Kodesh said, Purim Aryeh Kippurim. Therefore we have to continue. We have to pray for the Chatufim, for the soldiers. We have to care, but Life continue.
And I think also a big this idea of Achdus in Am Yisrael, that we should all be together, and that's why especially we want to reach out to all everybody who's wherever you are in America, in England, in Israel, and you know that we're all one family in here in Netiv Aryeh, the rest of the world, and that b'schut of our getting together and the zchut the tefillot and the chayalim and the chatufim. Tzedakah. באמת, חג פורים שמח. Bye bye.
Afrelichem Purim. To everybody. You see the shirt, the most important.
You can zoom in on it when he does the thing as
I
well.
put my kishkas to be the shirt today. Cannot trust my son Yaakov. He's so not organized like who he is, like Malki or me, I don't know.
Make sure you get that in the video.
You ram it.
Close it a second.
From the bike goes onto the bus.
You drive from Bet Shemesh with the bike?
No. It goes onto the bus. The bike goes under the bus. I go on inside the bus, on top in the seats, and then.
And from where you drive
from,
the bike?
Binyanei Homa.
And you go with Hamlet?
Yes, with a helmet.
And
No, not with knee pads.
you need it.
Helmet.
It's not a joke.
I wasn't there.
You know Elisha? You remember Elisha?
Yeah, some the
He
other day.
decided to buy the motorcycle, Vespa,
Motorbike. No, that's something else.
and he fell down. He was for 6 months in bed.
Yeah, that's it's a whole different.
Not in a raining day.
Yeah.
Raining day, you are not going.
Yes, I one time I went when it was after the rain, but it was still slippery,
Yeah.
and I my bike slipped, so I have to be very careful.
Okay. Why you do it? For a health reason?
It's good.
Well, it's also
Exercise.
it's very difficult to get here every day because the bus stop near me. I have a bus stop near me, but by the time the bus gets there, it doesn't stop because it's so full, and you don't get a seat in it, whatever it is. So you need to really go back 5 stops, 6 stops, 7 stops. So on a bike, it's very easy. Just so I go on that side, and also on the way home as well. And then like you don't. Otherwise, it's the Rakivet Kala, and it's the other this whole. So it's
And you get to exercise while you do it.
it's not a real bike. It's a bike. It's an electric bike. So it means that you can cheat. You can cheat. The youngest and most healthy person in Netiv Aryeh is Rav Rubel. Rav Rubel rides a real bike because he's a real man.
As you're like Eric Grossman.
I'm like, yeah, we see each other. We
Now, I just saw police stopping somebody in this. You drive on the way back to. How do you go back?
I go up out of Sharashpot and up the hill.
You don't go one way through the river.
You're not allowed to. You can get a ticket. Someone
I
told
know,
me.
just now.
I got a
somebody
ticket? I've heard that before. Yeah, it used to be. Everyone rides on the Mesilot or the Rakevet Kala. Everyone rides. It's very direct. Yeshiva, you come straight down, not when there's a Rakevet. And I was riding there one day, the police stopped me and they gave me like an official warning. No one's allowed to ride on the Rakevet Kala. And from now on, we're not. I'm like, oh, okay. So I got a warning. So I told all the people I know, don't go on the Nishtigatok, nothing. They never came back. But I'm the idiot now that I don't want to get caught. So I have to go all the other. Yeah.
They wrote down that they caught you the first
It's a ticket. It's like a ticket, but no fine. It's like a ticket. It's an official
Azara.
azara.
which
And
they
that's-
have it
Yeah,
recorded.
Yeah. So next time they go, you're the. And
You're amazing.
yeah, I'm amazing. Exactly.
Muad.
Right.
But no, Muad's the third time. They should
I've
give
just
you-
been called an ox by the Rebbetzin. Right. Right. Here we go. We're back on. Was that all recorded?
That's
That's
all recorded.
good. That's good TV. That is.
We were told we're not allowed to cut anything.
Yes. Fantastic.